Okay, hi, good afternoon lace makers. It's Sunday and it is the 8th Sunday that we've done a stretch and flex session, normally on Zoom, but today we've done it here on Facebook Live just to see whether this is something that could work as well. We could do a bit of a combination. So all I'm going to do today is just take you through a bit of a shorter session. Normally we'll do about half an hour of a series of stretches and movements, and then finish it off with 5 minutes of headspace, which some might call meditation. Some might say that it's just a moment where you try and switch off a little bit at the end. So generally people feel a bit relaxed at the end. So I've left that up to you to do if you want to tag it on. So forgive me if you can't see very well, but I'm going to describe what I'm doing along the way. Okay, so you don't need anything, you just need a mat and yourself. So we're going to start just standing. So to start with our feet, all that we're going to do with our feet is just gently flex forward and back. So we're just really flexing the ankle forward. So if you look from the side, so we're just moving onto the toes as high as we can, really stretching the toes. Okay, all we're going to do now is just bend the toes over. So we're going to stretch the toes the opposite way, so really bending them underneath, going into a pointed position. Very nice. Okay, so similarly we're going to just go round and round, so circles now with the ankles. So one direction, then the other direction, and the same with the other side. So just circling the ankles, back one way and then the other. Good, okay, so we're going to do now some Michael Jackson. So some of these exercises that we'll do are partly a little bit Pilates. So this is a Pilates exercise. So what we're going to do, bend the knees. We're going to go up onto the toes and then raise up straight and then back down. Apologies for the clicking. So bending, up onto the toes, up and then down. So if we take the arms in, we're going to bend down, up onto the toes, up and back down. So a little bit of a balance thing. Okay, good. So one more of those. Very nice. Okay, so we added this in last week and we're going to do a little bit of balancing on one leg. Now some people, you might struggle just balancing, and that's fine. If you want to hold something, that's absolutely fine as well. So from here we're going to stay on one leg. We're going to try and lift the knee up towards the chest and hold it. So you should feel your butt muscle here switching on. So from here then, taking the knee out to the side and back in, keeping your balance. Very good. Okay, so swap over. Standing on one leg just normally, just balance for a few seconds. Then we're going to take the knee up and hold it, squeeze your butt. Then we're going to take the knee out to the side, open the hip. Good, and back down. Okay, so along with the balance one, again, we're going to go into an arabesque. So all you have to do, stand on one leg. We're going to go forward, this knee slightly unlocked, and just holding in a bit of an aeroplane position. So you should feel again a bit of a stretch down the back of the leg, and it should be challenging your balance. Good, okay, swap over. So again into that arabesque position. Very nice, and hold. And good, and back up. So that's a good one to do. Right, my mat really doesn't like it here. I might just get rid of it. I'll just go with the carpet. I spent loads of money on it. Okay, so legs nice and wide here. All we're going to do is just hang between our legs. So just hanging down. So letting your body just go into like a rag doll. Just hanging your arms between your legs nice and wide. And all you're going to do is just sweep across from one leg to the other. So think about really relaxing your head between your legs. Good, and just swinging from one leg to the other. Lovely. Okay, again in your nice wide stance, so taking the legs as wide as you can now, not too wide, if you can do the splits. So all we're going to do is just rock over to one side. So keeping the heel down, we're pushing this knee forward over the toes, so we're getting a bit of a double whammy. So you're stretching your ankle, you're stretching down the inside of your groin. We want to stay a little bit upright here. Good, and swap over. So same again, pushing this knee over the toes, stretching down the inside of this leg, keeping upright. And just swap over one side and then the other. Good, so a bit of a flex in the ankles and then back up tall. Very nice. Okay, just shake it out a little bit. So we're going to just think about the spine here. So we've done these before, but just rolling down. So thinking of every single segment in your spine. I want you to start at the top, and all you're going to do is just bend each segment at a time until you roll all the way down, touching your toes, and then you're going to slowly roll back up. So what we don't want you to do is do a really nice bend here and then just hinge at the hips. So you want to really think about flexing everything in, rolling all the way down, rolling back up again. Good, and just do that about 3 times. So once more. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so we're going to go into a lunge position now. So knee down at the back. We're going to open out the hip flexor. So pushing forward with the hips. Again, keeping the chest nice and upright for this one. We want to be thinking about pushing that hip forwards. So leaning on this front leg, relax the back leg, and we're going to stretch up. So when you're in this position, it's really nice to take a deep breath in as well. Really pushing the hips forward again, stretching, opening out that hip. Big deep breath and out. Good, and from there we're just going to rock back. So we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. So we're going to push the bum backwards, keep this front knee slightly flexed and just stretching the front hamstring. So really important you keep your toe down at the front. If you start pulling this toe up and you get nerve pain, that's not what we're trying to achieve. Okay, so we're back into the hip flexor stretch, so rocking forward, arms up, big deep breath in. Good, and then rock back again into your hamstring stretch. Just a little stretch. Good, and then swapping over. So hip flexor on the other side, so pushing forward again, nice and tall, arms up in the air. Big deep breath in. Good, and rock back, so hamstring stretch on this side, toe down at the front, knee slightly flexed, pushing your bottom back. Good, and rock forwards, hip flexors, hands up, stretch as high as you can, big deep breath in. And then back into your hamstring stretch. Very nice. Good. Okay, we're going to come down now into sitting. So we're going to sit on the floor in a nice cross-legged position, feet together at the front, so soles of your feet together. And we're going to try and just pull the ankles in towards us. So we're trying to get these knees down as far as we can. So for me, I grab my ankles, I'm pushing down with my elbows just to open out the hips just a little bit, keeping that chest nice and high, so stretching those knees down. So spending just a little bit of time there. Okay, now we're going to stretch one leg out. So out to the side, we're going to keep one leg in and we're going to try and reach towards the toe. So if you can reach towards the toe and grab the toe, brilliant. If you can't, just want you to walk your hands down your leg, pulling yourself in towards that leg. We're aiming for forehead to knee. And we're just going to hold that just for a few seconds. And don't forget to breathe. I tend to hold my breath for this one. Okay, and swap sides. So stretching the other leg out to the side, foot comes in. Again, we're walking the hands down towards the outstretched leg, trying to get the forehead to the knee. And if you're anything like me, one side will be a little bit tighter than the other. Okay, and then if we come back into just a nice comfortable cross-leg position, so we're going to have a nice chest up posture, and all I want you to do is just turn your body round. So in this cross-legged position, walking your hands round, so we're going to twist the spine. So I want you to look behind you, see if you get a few cracks out. We're just going to hold that for a few seconds. Okay, and go back the other way. So walk the hands round to the other side, looking behind you, twisting round. And we'll do that one more time, just briefly. So just going round to the first side and then back to the other side. Oh, I've got a few cracks there. Okay, while we're sitting comfortably, just cross-legged, or however you want to sit, you can relax your legs out. We're just going to have a think about our neck. So all I want you to do now is just think about really tucking your chin in. So we're going to take the head down, let your head hang into your lap, and I want you to just clasp your hands behind your head and just pull down. You should feel a nice stretch down the paraspinal muscles, all the way probably into your mid-back. Now if you feel like you want to really tuck in here, you can. So you can really tuck down and pull yourself into a nice flex position. But we're just going to relax now. So we're going to look over one shoulder. So if you go left first, if you take your chin round, and once again, you can grab your left arm and pull your chin round so you get that little bit of extra stretch on the rotation. Good, and back the other way, so to the right. And to the left again. And to the right. And just relax back to neutral. Okay, now we're going to take ear to shoulder, so just a side flexion here. So again, we're looking at a trap stretch, so from the head all the way to the shoulder. We're going to pull, so take that hand just really gently pulling over and back the other way, just really gently. Good. And just to finish off, we're just going to take the head down again, just a little bit of a push. Lovely. Okay, so next position, guys. All we're going to do, we're going to lie on our back. So lying on your back with your knees bent up. So hopefully I'll fit in the picture. So we're going to lie down, knees bent up like this. So what we're going to do is put our knees and our heels together. And hands can go by your side. We're just going to do a few bridges. So squeezing your bum, trying to get your bum up to the ceiling. And we're just going to hold. So make sure those knees and heels stay together. And back down again. Okay, we're going to go up again, so keep the hips nice and high, and if you can see my ankles, what we're going to do is go up and down on the toes, keeping the heels and the knees together. So it might be here that you get a little bit of hamstring cramp, I tend to. Keep the bum up, we're just going to go up and down on the toes, whilst in that nice bridge position. Good, okay, and relax. So from here, you're going to take your left ankle, you're going to take your leg up, cross the ankle across, let the hip drop out, and then if you can, grab behind your right thigh. We're just going to pull up towards you. This is a nice glute stretch. Nice, okay, and swap over. So pop that left foot down, right foot crosses over the left. Let the knee hang out and grab behind the left thigh and pull up towards you. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to go back to the left leg now. We're going to take it up in the air. So with this ankle, while it's in the air, thinking about a hamstring stretch here, we're just going to wiggle the toes around whilst we push that knee straight, leg up to the ceiling, wiggle the ankle round, get a few cracks out, okay, and swap over. So foot up to the ceiling, bit of a hamstring stretch here, and a bit of a wiggle with the old ankles. Very nice. Okay, so while we're in this lying down position, I want you to have your arms out to the sides. So we're going to take one leg up and over a straight leg here, so we're going into that full rotation. So take the knee over, drop it down, trying to keep the opposite shoulder down on the floor as much as you can, and we're going to just rotate and just hold. So for this one again, don't forget to breathe. It's quite usual that people hold their breath, so keep breathing and really try and just relax into that position. Okay, and we're going to swap over. So straighten that leg out that was bent. We're going to bend up the other leg and we're going to go all the way over. Rotate the opposite direction. And don't forget to breathe. Lovely, and come back now. So I know this is a silly one, but we did it last week and I think people enjoyed it. So in the same position lying down, all we're going to do is try and take the feet over. So pushing yourself over, push your bottom. We're going to see if we can touch the toes over behind your head as far as you can. Good, and back. Very nice. And then again, so taking the legs over. Again, don't suffocate yourself. Very nice. Really stretching out everything down your posterior chain. If you've been given some weights this week or you've been doing a little bit more barbell, you might find that one quite a nice one. Woo. Okay. Next position. We're going to go up onto our knees now. So hands and knees. A bit like a tabletop position. So what we're going to do is we're going to thread the needle through. So we're going to take, let's say, our right hand. We're going to thread underneath the left. And we're going to try and get the right shoulder down to the floor, bum in the air, and just hold. Good, and swap over. So now the left hand goes underneath the right arm, shoulder to the floor. Good, we're going to repeat that now. The right one's going to go under the left, but we're going to reach up towards about 11 o'clock. So reaching up, the back of our hand and down the back of our arm is on the floor. And really stretching down the lats there. Lovely. And then swap over. So this time left hand underneath back of the hand up towards 1 o'clock. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to lie down now. So lie down fully on your front. We're going to push up into a bit of spinal extension. So trying to keep the hip bones down on the floor if you can. And we're just going to push up. Now if you can't get up this high, that's absolutely fine. Push up onto your elbows and see if you can just stretch up with your head and extend up. If you're pretty comfortable, you can really push up, stretch the abdominals, looking up to the ceiling. So we're just going to come down again, relax, and then we're going to repeat. So pushing up, try and get a little bit higher, hip bones on the floor still, pushing up to the ceiling, stretch your abdominals, and back down. We're going to do that one more time. Okay, really push up, push, 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 big stretch. Lovely stuff. Good, and back down. Okay, so just coming up now. So I think we'll probably leave it there for now, just so that we've done just a little bit of feet, a little bit of hips, a little bit of spine. Obviously there's lots of stuff that you can do. Really important that we're not particularly aiming to increase our flexibility, just doing a little bit of stretching once a week. But what we're really looking at in this sort of session is trying to take our joints through our full range of movement as much as possible. It really helps with the health of the joints. And I think we can probably admit that sometimes during CrossFit and during our exercise, we don't always take our joints through our full range of movement. So that's something really to be mindful of. But hopefully we'll see you again next week and we'll do something similar, see what everybody thinks. So if you want to do your headspace now, it's a nice time to do it while you're feeling pretty relaxed. But if not, hoping to see you soon, back in the gym.